Call to order the Gladstone City Commission regular meeting of April 25th, 2022. Invocation by Commissioner Pontius.
Lord, thank you tonight for your manifold blessings to us, and thank you for your grace, even though we don't deserve it, and help us to extend that same grace to others. Thank you also for your wisdom. Please extend some of that to us as well as we go about the people's business. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Thompson,
Here.
Commissioner Akala,
Here.
Commissioner Mantala,
Here.
Commissioner Pontius,
Here.
Commissioner Stasinski.
Here.
First up under public hearings, we have the appropriation ordinance number 2022-623.
Yes, if you look at the dollar amounts on the second page, this is what is getting spent in the general fund. If you add the 5 numbers together, you come up with $3.7 million. And if you look at the 2 lines below, it says our taxation is going to be 1.6 million. So we're short about 2 million. It seems like we're short, but there's also revenue sharing money that comes in, and administrative transfers for the employees at City Hall, and some other things that do get billed out. But Vicki is making up a worksheet that I'll share with the commission for the next meeting, showing this $3.7 million and easy to look at spreadsheet of where we get the money to cover that $3.7 million. And if you can see public safety now has surpassed what we bring in taxes. They're about $200,000 more. And that's the first time we've had a department over the tax levy. So
This is nothing new.
no,
I mean,
this is
kind of how
these
it
are the numbers
runs
right
all
out
the
of
time.
the
Right.
approved budget, and then by
Right, like you
by
said,
charter we have to do this ordinance
Right.
every year.
And there's grant monies that are in there.
Yep, grant
endowment
monies.
that we get
Yeah.
from the Dr. Mary Creighton's fund. A lot of monies that come in that way.
It does show how the cost of public safety is outpacing
Right.
the increases that we see in tax revenue.
And I believe we did have discussed looking at that to address that.
Yeah, Vicki has a real interesting spreadsheet that we're working on, and we'll have that for the next commission meeting. That shows where that funding comes from. Anyway, this is the appropriation ordinance that we're by ordinance supposed to do following the budget.
I would make a motion that we.
Shouldn't we ask if there's?
Yeah,
You continue the public hearing.
Not
Yeah, we do have public here.
Yep. So this is the actual public hearing. So we'll open up the podium to anybody that would like to speak on the proposed ordinance. Nobody wants to speak on that? We'll close the public hearing. Comments? Commissioner comments? Now we can make a motion to,
I'd make a motion to approve ordinance number 2022-623.
I'll support. I have a motion by Commissioner Mantala, support by myself. Roll call vote.
Commissioner Mantala,
Yes.
Commissioner Pontius,
Yes.
Commissioner Stasinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Akala,
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. Motion passes. Next up, we have public comment. If anybody would like to publicly comment, they can step up to the podium, state their name and address, and keep your comments to 3 minutes. No public comment? No? Okay. We'll move on to the consent agenda. The City Commission regular meeting minutes of April 11th. City Commission special meeting minutes of April 13th. The EDC regular meeting minutes of February 8th, and the city payment of bills.
The three large bills for this month, Hawkins Chemicals, that's about a quarterly billing for chemicals for the water treatment plant. Sherman Industries, that is the material for the crack sealer, for filling the cracks in the road. And Honeywell is for some more AMI electric meters for our AMI conversion.
Are those meters coming in on time? Or that we haven't had any supply issue with getting those?
I think Skip's not here today, but I think they ordered these about, I think it was between 6 and 8 months ago. It's been a wait.
I knew they had planned on waiting that amount of time, but they're not anticipating any extended delay. See, with it.
No. I think they're starting to catch up from the COVID slowdown.
Have they started changing out meters yet?
Yep.
What are we doing with the old meters? I know we probably discussed it, but is there a cost to disposing of those, or are we just sending those back somewhere?
That's a good question. I'll find out. See. I know when we did water meters of the brass,
Yeah.
we'd get the scrap money back. But I don't know what you do with old electric meters. I'll find
I
out.
don't know if there's any circuit boards or anything in there that can't be disposed of in the landfill. We have to be in piece of electronics, and these, we're gonna incur any cost, or if the manufacturer takes those back and somehow recycles or disposes of them properly.
They might want them out of circulation,
Yeah.
so they sell new meters. Any comments on any of the other meeting minutes, or?
I would make a motion that we accept the consent agenda as presented in the payment of bills.
Support.
Go ahead.
We have a motion by Commissioner Akla, support by Commissioner Mantua to accept the consent agenda as presented. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is carried. Next up, under new business, we have the EDC appointment of Mr. Kevin Genrin.
Yes, Kevin is here tonight to give a half-hour speech on his acceptance. They didn't tell you about that, did they? Anyway, the EDC board voted unanimously for the opening on the EDC board, and
Maybe a future commission run? Yeah, it's nice to see a face to go with a name, and yeah, I would make a motion that we appoint Mr. Kevin Gendron to the Gladstone EDC with a term expiration of April 1st, 2024.
Enthusiastically support that motion.
So the motion by myself and support by Commissioner Stasinski to appoint Mr. Kevin Gendron. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is carried. Welcome aboard. Next up, we have a reappointment, EDC reappointment of Mr. Dirk Manson.
yes, Dirk's been on the EDC board for a number of years, and he has agreed to re-up, and he'd like to be reappointed to the board.
This one, so this term is for 6 years. Is Mr. Gendron filling a position that was vacated that ends in '24 then? Okay. Okay. I'd make a motion to reappoint Mr. Manson to the EDC with a term expiration of April 1st, 2028.
I'll support. A motion by Commissioner Mantle, a support by myself to reappoint Mr. Dirk Manson. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is carried. Next up, we have the gravel bids budget amendment.
Yes, Barry's here tonight to give the short explanation of why he wants to get rid of the mountain that's named after him.
The Barry Lund Memorial Gravel Park.
Come on.
I'm still waiting for a picnic table down there.
Well, as you know, we had unforeseen circumstances last year with it, and they finally got their variance on crushing it there. They were hoping to get in while the road restrictions are on, but they got held up with their previous job. They're gonna start as soon as they can get in and get the road restrictions off, which are hopefully the end of the week or first part of next week. And that would just be taking the expense from last year and moving it forward to this year. At what is it, 58,200 is left in it.
Any questions?
I'd make a motion to approve.
Support?
Motion by Commissioner Mantle, support by Commissioner Stasinski to approve the motion, the budget motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is carried. Thanks, Barry. Next up, we have the set special commission meeting.
Yes, as of Friday, when we were making up the packet, our bonding agent and Dawn Lund, who did the rate study for us, they weren't on the same page as far as of rates that had been proposed and financing the new amount, and Dawn just happened to be out in Utah on vacation, and so she asked to she wanted to look at the numbers over the weekend and make sure everything was right, and she has, and we're gonna have a conference about it tomorrow morning. And so it's just a little extra check to make sure that everything's in order before we sign the papers and bonding that amount of money. And I'll have more information for you at the special meeting.
I can't make this special meeting. I've got a project that I'm the project manager on that's going in on Wednesday.
Okay.
So I'm working a long day. Are you?
I'm available. I'm looking at my calendar right now, and I am available if that's
Okay.
works.
I'm available.
Good with everybody else?
Yep.
Yep.
We could, if it didn't work out, we could switch days. Also, it just had, Steve Mann needs it Monday morning, right? Yeah.
Would there,
I mean,
would there be
you
another
got
day
it.
this
My,
week that would work?
is there another day for you? I'm looking at my calendar. I'm good every day except for Friday.
Same here.
Yeah, I'm not good on Friday either.
Okay. I mean, so if you want to do it Thursday, I mean, that's, if you would like to attend,
Yeah,
I mean, that's fine.
either way, I could do it Thursday, but don't move it just for me.
And it doesn't matter to me. I mean, if
Anything
you
for
want,
you.
if you want
Just
to
for you.
be there to, you know,
There is an ordinance that will be presented, and approved, so it does require a vote of
4.
at least 4 to pass an ordinance
Okay.
in the affirmative or, not, so
We should move it to Thursday.
we'd need at least
Just
4
to be
to.
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big investment by the city.
Yeah.
If we could all be there, it'd probably be beneficial.
Good
Okay.
idea.
Yeah, if you do it Thursday, I can make that.
Do you need a motion for that?
Yes.
Yeah, so moved for Thursday at 5 o'clock also,
okay.
28th.
Support. Yeah.
Motion by Commissioner Akla, support by Commissioner Pontius to set the meeting for Thursday, April 28th at 5 p.m. for the special commission meeting regarding the wastewater treatment plant improvement project bond.
That
All
does, that doesn't create a problem with the posting of the special meeting by changing that.
Then
No, it's
that's
just
an
an
extra day.
18-hour notice,
And
right.
that's even an
mhm.
extra 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it gives plenty of time for that and then. Mhm.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is carried. Let's see. City managers report?
Let's see. So we had a visioning session, I guess it was called. It was Wells, Escanaba, and Gladstone. We met at the Wells Township Hall, and Ed McBroom was there, and he noted that Escanaba and Wells and Gladstone were all looking at big projects, and some of his coworkers down there were they wanted some indication that the three communities are all on the same page and willing to work with each other, and it was a good session, and then what?
I said like they are willing to work with one
Yeah,
another?
yeah.
Okay.
Nothing
Throw
was
that in.
nothing was signed or anything, but we did send a co-signed note that collaboration is welcome and within the realm of possibilities was the way it was worded. So, and
A question on that, Eric, were they concerned about the municipal projects we're talking about, or some of the
proposed
the city
township.
the developments of city properties? I know Escanaba's got some property there with the chamber and the jail property, and we have our North Shore project.
It was
Are
a-
those aspects, or were they looking at like the wastewater treatment plant type things?
It was all of the above.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
So it was a really good meeting. There was a few people there that liked to talk, that talked a little too much, but I think everybody left on the same page. See, Vicky and I met with Chris Katona, who is our insurance and liability rep from MMRMA, and he goes over our complete insurance policy for the year with any questions. And he was here for about an hour and a half. We went up, learned a lot, and good news is our insurance rates, I think they went up 3% this year, but that is the norm for all insurance rates throughout the state. We did ask if we're going to get $500 back a vehicle.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he said, "You're not the first one to say that." He said, "We're exempt from that, so we don't get that." So, but that went well. Met with Jen Tucker from MEDC. We had a video conference with Mike Lindahl and the developer down at Fairview Manor. They're looking for some funding possibilities, mainly for Fairview Manor, and they were directed with some ideas, and I told them, before they get too far, if they are thinking of a piece of property or or talking to private landowners about a piece of property, that they should come before the commission and show what they're proposing. Attended the quarterly QPAD meeting on Friday, and quarterly QPAD commission. I'm on the commission for QPAD. And last but not least, congratulations to Scott Larson, who will be retiring on Friday after 29 years of police service. That's
Impressive.
a long
It's
career
impressive.
for a police officer, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot quieter around here without Scott. Gonna miss his laugh. That's all I have.
Thanks, Eric. City commission or committee reports? Border Commission reports. City Commissioner comments? Mr. Pontius?
None from me.
None for me.
Mr. Mantler?
The monthly county landfill meeting was canceled due to lack of business. There was nothing on the agenda, so we'll move that forward to the next meeting next month. And I'd just like to remind people that on May 3rd, you have until May 3rd with the county clerk to apply for being a precinct delegate. Kim knows what I was trying to say. It's a really important way to get involved in your community and, get involved in local issues and things like that. And if you go down and ask the clerk, she can tell you what's involved in that. And but the deadline on that is next week. So if anybody's gets involved in local politics and on a county that affects more of a county and state level, I would encourage them to look into being a precinct delegate. We have several openings in the 2 precincts in Gladstone. So that's all I have.
Thanks. Commissioner Aquila?
Nothing this evening, thank you.
I have nothing either. Next up, we have the city clerk comments.
Just like to let people know we are doing the city cleanup, and we have the cleanup vouchers. They will be available beginning May 1st. You come down to City Hall and get one, and it'll go through the end of June, so for 2 months.
For those that may not know what that means.
That is, yes, sorry, that's up for 1,000 pounds, up to 1,000 pounds at the landfill, to take whatever is acceptable there. Not tires, not
Right.
appliances.
TVs,
You would have to pay that
appliances.
additional charge for that.
And they're good
But-
until when again? June?
Through the end of June.
Through the end
so
of June.
for 2 months, May and June.
I think it's $29, not
Oh, you went to the dollar amount. Sorry.
Okay. Which is about 1,000 pounds. Yeah. It's a great deal to get some junk if you have some
Yeah.
stuff to clean up
Yeah.
your property.
Or offered to help your neighbors.
Yeah.
Right.
And those are available to every ratepayer, correct?
Correct. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Be nice if people take advantage of it, so
Mhm.
Tricia doesn't have to come in.
She's been encouraging, yes, as she's been going through and.
That's all you have?
If I can, I was hoping maybe somebody else would comment on this, but the marijuana committee, I guess if I can call it that, did meet earlier today. And I don't know that I have a progress report or if it's my place to give it, but we did meet, and I think it's, we made some progress.
Yep.
Great.
Great, thanks. Next up, we have closed sessions, the city assessor evaluation.
We have to ask her if she wants to go into closed session or she just wants us to.
Close it.
Okay. I'd make a motion to move into closed session as allowed by the Open Meetings Act 267, Section 8, Item A.
Support.
We have a motion by Commissioner Mantler, support by Commissioner Szynski. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is. No?
Nope. Just needs a majority 3, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So we're in closed session